Hello. Hi, Karen. Can you hear me? Karen, can you hear me? Hi, everybody. I am Meryl Catlin, and this is our Apparel Masterminds number 9. Karen, I see that you are trying to log on. I don't see you, but can you hear me? Good morning, everybody. My name is Meryl Catlin. I'm here with the infamous Kit of Kit and Kat, and we are going to be doing our number 9 Apparel Masterminds today. I just want to thank everybody for being here and everybody who's listening out in YouTube land or wherever you're going to be listening to afterwards. And I hope that what we're going to give you today is going to be of value and help and service and help you with your stores and with your brands. So I was saying earlier today that normally I spend quite a few hours prepping the slides and getting all the information that I'm going to talk about prepared so that I'm giving you something of value. Hello. And but today I actually didn't do much of that. I did a little bit of it last night and a little bit of it early this morning. And I'm really going to present today to answer a lot of questions, mostly about the store and about the software and about the website and what exactly it can do and what you can do as well. So you have a lot of control over your web stores and taking that responsibility of learning this stuff is, I feel, is very important to the growth and to the sales and how to get your brand noticed and to get your product out there. So let me just go a little bit to, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to bring up here what I did, the little bit that I did, and let's see. Okay. All right. So yeah, this was the last slide from last week was you are not alone. And that is because you have a team. The team is me. The team is my staff. The team is Roberto. The team is each other. And the team is actually all of the employees of Deco Network, which is the software that we use to produce our products and to produce our stores. So that's a pretty good team because they're all they know all of the ins and outs of the coding and words that I don't even know about that actually create the ability for us to be able to decorate apparel. And so let's talk about the store first. So you have a store because you have an idea about something you want to share, spread. You're an artist, you want to expand your reach. You have a brand that you want to market. You want to stay up on things. You want to create. You want to market your business in different streams. So what that would mean is, let's say Karen has her market, which is liquid blue, and they are in the boating industry. So another way to market the services is to have an apparel brand. And you see that with a lot of stores. You see that with restaurants that have an apparel brand to market their restaurant. So basically somebody's going to buy your stuff and they're going to market it for you. And that is like a tremendous marketing ability. And it's really sometimes overlooked. So and for example, let's say the Make Our School Safe. When you're wearing a Make Our School Safe shirt, you're marketing Make Our School Safe, and people are buying that shirt too. So it's a twofold, it's a win-win right there. So that's a big market out there, are people that want to market their business in different streams. You heard it's a lot of fun, and it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to keep your brain working. There's so many things that take you off your game, but keeping your brain working and doing and creating and learning is so important for your mental health, your mental well-being, your business, your brand, your design, and all of that stuff. And then again, you want to have an additional income stream. So I know everybody on here, I know why you want to have a store. But I would like to hear it from you. So Karen, I will put you on the spot first. And this is really going to be a lot of questions and answers because I want to know what your questions are, and I want to try to answer those questions for you in this Apparel Mastermind. So Karen, why do you have a store?
Well, it started last year when the pandemic hit us, and I actually sold one shirt. Well, did I have orders before? We were buying from you quite a few shirts for our own business. And then I thought, because there's so many yachts in South Florida that buy logos and t-shirts and hats and such, that it might not be a bad idea. I remember I called you and said, hey, can I get commission on anything I sell through you? And you told me, well, yes, you can have your own store. So that's how it got started. But then I got really busy again with my own work. So it's been kind of put on the back burner. But I'm still very interested in knowing more about it and trying to get it a little bit more busy.
Okay, so Karen has a store that really is specifically for the boating industry, but she actually has friends and business acquaintances that need t-shirts. So she's actually, even though she has a store that's focusing on the boating industry, she's selling through her store other products and she's making commission on them. And that is something a little bit like when you go to her store, you don't know that, but she knows that. And so you have another opportunity to not, even though you have a store, you might have a customer that, that has nothing to do with the products that you have in your store or the designs. I'm going to say the designs you have in your store, and we can still put them through your affiliate stores and you make money. So that's a very unique ability that we are able to offer. I'm happy to be able to offer that because you make money, we make money, we meet more people, you meet more people, you get out there, and that's just the way that's the way the world is. So okay, so and Tracy doesn't have a store yet, but Tracy has ideas and creativity, and I know that in the next month she's going to have her store. And Lori, okay, so Lori, why don't you just talk a little bit about your store?
Okay, so my store was never my intention. I started out coming into Merrill to try and make a t-shirt for my husband. And it evolved into Memento Mori Life, and it has really taken on a life of its own. I feel very very fortunate to kind of be under Merrill's wing, which I think that's how she makes you feel if you have a store with her, so that you are supported and guided and really assisted in any way, shape, or form that you need to be. I started the business a year ago, and coming from a completely different background entirely, this has all been completely new to me. But I, like I said, have felt very supported through the process and able to have any questions answered as soon as I have them. And that's been very, very helpful to feel like you're really a part of something, and you have that assistance that you need whenever you require it. So at the moment, I'm just looking to expand my audience out of friends and family into the world, the outer world. And that's what I'm in the process of doing now through some marketing and advertising, and seeing what can happen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Karen, you had a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on one second. I'm writing another one down.
Okay, good. Good.
So on my website, how do I start an About Us page?
How do you start what?
An About Us, about who we are.
Okay. That is a excellent question. Okay, let me write this down on here about. Okay, all right. We will do that. We will do that. Okay, and you have another question?
You want me to give them all to you now?
No.
Okay.
Okay, Kelly, do you have any questions? Okay,
Hold on.
okay,
You hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, sorry. Just scarfing down my lunch. So I am an artist, so I feel like I have two businesses going on, and one is focusing on my art, and then the other part is the apparel that I put my art on. So I met Meryl and realized that this was a possibility to start this store. And I will admit I have not put my focus so much into this as I have in my main art business, and I'm trying to find that balance between the two, but I'm trying.
Okay. So Kelly also, she's going to be at the Las Olas Art Festival in about 2 weeks. And so that's pretty exciting.
It was
That's pretty
exciting.
Yeah.
May I just say one thing that I thought of? So the company that I built my website through for my art business,
Mhm.
once you become a member of that community, they add you to a private Facebook group, and it's been a nice platform not just to support each other, but also to throw out questions and to give tips and things that have worked for other people. So I didn't know if that would be something that you would be wanting to do to help build this community of that you've started here, so we can. It's also it's a nice support, but it's also a nice reminder of like, oh yeah, I need to kind of focus
Right.
on it also. So just a
Right.
thought.
I love that idea. I do love that idea. Personally, I am part of the Deco Network users group. And I don't know whether it would be just a good idea to invite all of you to that group, or because there's questions that are asked there that as an affiliate store, you don't have the capability of doing because of certain areas that I can go into that you are limited to go into. Or we can have our own, and I can, like you're saying, and I will say that I agree with you like 1,000%, because I am always on the groups for, say, the software, for our equipment, for our design. There's like a couple of them that I am on also, and it is definitely the most valuable tool, having these Facebook groups. I'm on them all the time, and you learn things, and people ask questions like I never even thought about that. So that's a great idea. So that is something that we will 100% implement. And
And maybe it's both. Maybe if you can invite us to that larger group, and then we also have a smaller one, because since we are fairly new and all of that to this,
right,
that maybe both could be valuable.
right. Absolutely. Love it. And that I will absolutely do that. That is going to be the number one on the list. Okay, Roberto, you hear that? We're starting this Facebook group.
You're welcome, Roberto.
Done.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay. Roberto, do you have any questions?
Well, first of all, I apologize for being here a little bit later than usual. Just that I was finishing. I actually started a group of. We're doing talks every week with a number of students from South America on how to start their own business and how to things. So I apologize. I wanted to be here earlier, but got overrun a little bit. No, I don't really have any questions.
Okay.
Actually, we love the idea about the group. We actually have talked about it multiple times. But yeah, let's do it. It's done.
Okay, all right, okay, awesome, awesome. Thanks, Kelly, for giving us more work to do. Okay, all right, so one thing, it's not one thing, I always say one thing. There's a lot of one things, okay. What does our software do? Okay, and I actually took this wording directly from the Deco Network website. The software was built for print and embroidery shops focused on custom apparel decoration fulfillment. And including, like cups and bags and totes and towels and accessories and all that stuff. Okay, that is really, really important for me to keep on telling everybody, because sometimes we get sidetracked and somebody wants to add something that is not, I'm not gonna say it's not easy for us, because anything is possible in my mind, anything is possible, but it's not what the focus is. And I believe that the focus should just be print. So in other words, we're not selling batteries, we're not selling watches, we're not selling, we're not selling toys, we're not selling hair conditioner, we're selling things that we can decorate. So if somebody goes and they want to go on Amazon and they want to buy something and they want to bring it to us to decorate, that's okay. That's okay, because we buy the products from our suppliers. And but if somebody has something else that product, I really want to be able to decorate that product. I don't want to bring something in and spend time on something that isn't going to be a benefit to you guys at this point. So I'm not saying that next year or in 2 years from now that we might not bring on other products, but specifically the software is designed for a decoration method. And the good part about it, well, there's lots of good parts about it, but the super good part about it is that this is I guess it's called a proprietary software. This is what it does. So it's not doing another widget. It's not doing anything else. We have software that is designed just for this, and it has every bell and whistle possible for you to be able to create your brand, your decorated product, your custom product, and the products that we can upload to our stores. So developers that develop software, they are amazing. They think of things that we don't even know we need. And it's Roberto's smiling. Isn't that true? Like, we don't like when I first started playing around with Photoshop, I was like, are these people graphic designers that created this? No, they are geniuses. They know what I hope maybe they are a little bit, but they know what we need. They know what we're going to need. They know the tools. They know all of these things. And we have this. And it is just so wonderful that anything that has anything that has to do with apparel decoration and business and printing is all in the software. So if you're going to bring something to me and you're going to want me to decorate a like Karen brought in actually life wraps, right? You remember that? You brought in
they were life
wrap.
rings.
Life rings, life
Yes.
ring, right. Those foam
That you
rings
toss to
by-
somebody
right.
when they're in the water.
Right, by a swimming pool. And I know in the back of your mind, you were thinking like, can we put this on the website? But that's not a product that I can easily bring in for a wholesale cost and inventory that product. Now, you bringing it in, we decorate it. Yeah, that's great. That's great. And we can do all that stuff. So just because we can do all of this stuff doesn't really mean that that's going to be a good product for your store. So maybe just the lettering, and then we send that to the customer, and then they put it on there. That could be something, because we remember the software is designed for decoration. Okay. All right. Glad I made that statement. Okay. The support team. Roberto, you want to say something?
Yeah, we always mention, right, and we have mentioned it a couple of times now. The software is about giving you the opportunity to put your graphic on a t-shirt, right? Therefore, your product is not the t-shirt, is the message, right?
Yes.
And that's just something always to think about. So I just wanted to say that.
Okay. Okay. That's a good point. Right. That's like, look at Kelly with her artwork, or look at Lori with her brand. It's the message. It's not really the t-shirt, it's the message. But it is to a degree, because you want a good product, and we
Yeah.
have, our products are good products. So, okay. So now the support team. Okay. We got these hipsters here, and these hipsters are actually all around the world. They're in Australia, they're in Georgia, they're in California, they're here in South Florida. I'm including us as one of the hipsters. And this is the support team. So the support team is also a phone call away. So I'm a text message away, a phone call away. You all know that my phone is always on. I may not get back to you the minute you text, because I may be making your shirts or something, but you know that we're always there. And I know that my support team is always there, and they respond and they answer the phone. And actually, if I leave a message, they listen to the message and call me back with an answer. So I would say that I probably talk to our software team probably at least once or twice a week. And I have never, ever not gotten a response from them. That is absolutely huge in today's market. I know that you can't call Facebook. You can't, I mean, it's like who are you going to call? You can't call anybody. You can't get an answer. And it's very, very frustrating. So the least amount of frustration in starting these stores for you guys is just, it is volumes of pluses. I like that. Volumes of pluses. I think I'll make a shirt. Volumes of pluses. Okay. And then here is, if you want to click on this Deco Network about, and it talks about Deco Network and the support team and what they do. Okay. The other thing is, where do we buy our garments? Okay. I don't go to Walmart. I don't go to Target. I don't go to Macy's. We buy our garments from our distributors. So our brands that we sell are Gildan, Hanes. Right, here's. Hello. Welcome to Kia. Okay, so I'll go back to it. We sell Gildan, we sell Hanes, a little bit of Hanes, not a whole bunch. Comfort Colors, Bella, Canvas, Next Level, District, Port and Company, Paragon, hat companies. There's a million hat companies. All of these brands are brands that we purchase from our suppliers. And of course, we purchase from them for, number one is the cost, because we get, obviously, I'm going to get a better price on that Gildan t-shirt buying it from a distributor than if I was going to go over to Michael's and buy t-shirts. Are the consistency. So there's color consistency. There's color consistency on all the brands. There's quality. If a shirt comes in and it's got a hole in it, we send it back, and then they cover us for it. and the reputation. So the reputation of specific brands is very important for you selling your product. Okay, and that, does anybody have any questions about that? About the brands and where we buy the stuff from? So I'm gonna actually show you. Karen, you have a question?
No.
No, okay, all right, so I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna take you back into my world. And I'm gonna go into one of our suppliers. Can you guys see this? You see this, Sanmar?
Yes.
Okay, so Sanmar is one of our suppliers that we buy product from. These are the different brands that Sanmar carries. They actually make their own, brand, and their own brands are Port Authority, Port and Company. I'm actually wearing one of their brands right now, which is a district. They sell Nike, I buy Nike, OGO, we buy some very nice OGO polo shirts. New Era, which is a sport brand. Carhartt, which is a work, like a tough shirt, like for people that are out in construction and building and welding. Actually, they're very expensive shirts, super expensive shirts. Red Cap also and Bulwark, they're all work shirts. Alternative, which is a high-end fashion brand. Bella Canvas, which is another high-end brand, medium to high-end, Next Level, medium to high-end. Hanes, Champion, Jerseys, Anvil, Comfort Colors, American Apparel, Gildan. These are all owned by Anvil, Comfort Colors, American Apparel are all owned by Gildan. It's all the same parent company. So we know that if we're going to buy something from a specific brand, and let's say you want a color and that color is, let's go find a color here. So we're going to find a color here, and we know that it's going to be consistent throughout the line. So this Gildan, Gildan makes quite a few shirts, quite a few different styles of shirts. And we know that their azalea color shirt is going to be consistent with a child's azalea color shirt. And so that when you have something on your store and somebody buys multiples of, which we want them to do, everything is going to be consistent throughout the brand. Now, if you went to Michael's and you brought me a shirt that you bought and you wanted me to print that, or I went to other suppliers, I can't guarantee the quality and the consistency. So these suppliers to us are strategic partners that we have. I really truly view them as strategic partners, and we get very good pricing. We have customer service reps, and this is where I'm going to continue to buy my stuff from. It's not just Sanmar, we have other suppliers as well. We have S&S. Here's your store. S&S Activewear. It's not coming up here because I don't normally log in on this computer. We have Alpha Broder. And all of these companies have warehouses all around the country. So Alpha Broder has one in Orlando, and Sanmar has one in Jacksonville. So we get the shipments. If the product is stocked in that warehouse, we receive the shipments next day after we order them. We have a local one called TSF Sportswear. They are literally like 20 minutes away from us, and we can run down there and we can pick up stuff after we order it, after they pick it from the shelves and tell us it's ready to be received. And having them so close to us is a huge, huge plus. I want to show you something here though. I want to get into this. Let's take this antique cherry red shirt. This is something that's a big issue in our industry right now. We have smalls, mediums, larges, extra larges are only in Alabama. The 2X are in Alabama. There's a big problem right now going on with inventory and supplies, and things are going to take a little tiny bit longer. Kelly had ordered a couple hats for her for the Las Olas Art Festival, and hats that I purchased a week ago. I can't get that white hat that she wants. Good thing I have have one here, but I'm going to have to replace that with another comparable hat. So last week, there was plenty of them in stock, and now they're gone in that color. The turquoise one is available, but not the white one. So we're having a problem with inventory, but on the other hand, we have a couple of these suppliers, and actually, 4 that we use constantly. And so hopefully we will be able to replace with other things, and it's not going to be too much of a problem. One thing I do want to tell everybody is that the cost of garments is going to go up. I believe the first one is going to go up on the 20th of September, and then by October 3rd, the cost of the blank merchandise is going to increase. So you might see some increases in your store, and we'll just have to go over with them, very carefully. And it is the cost of the garment at this time, and I'm sure it's because of shipping and then we have to add on the inks, which I'm sure are going to be going up as well. So the cost of printing, just like everything else, it's going to all go up. So don't freak out when you guys see that. And we will, we'll have to discuss each one. We can discuss each one individually. So, okay. So now you see, this is where we buy our stuff. We have TSF, we have Broder, we have Sanmar. We have a personal relationship with the rep at TSF, and we so we get what you need, and we work out the best pricing for the blank garments, and it's part of what we do. So we're not just building the web stores and and hoping that you guys go out and market, but these are all the things that we do behind the scenes that you don't have to do. We're doing it all. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? No questions? Okay, all right. So I'm now going to go into, okay, so this class, I was saying that we're really going to go into the store, and we're going to talk about the stores more than my favorite topic of marketing. And we're going to go here. Let me get out of here, and we're going to go to the store here. And let's take Karen's first question. And Karen's first question was the about page. So this is what I see when I go into the store first. And I am going to go into my administration area here. And this is where I click on to the websites. And these are the lists of all of the web stores that we have. Some of them, there's a lot of them here. A lot of these are also the campaigns that we do. And they don't go away. Okay, so let's go to Karen's store. We're going to open up her store first here. Liquid Blue Apparel. And we're going to go to manage. Now, remember, when you log into your store, you're not logging in to Make a Tea Online, you log into your store. A lot of people think when they get the store that they log in to Make a Tea Online and they go in that way, but no, you log in through your store. So anybody who is listening to this, I know you all know, everybody on this call knows that, but people who are going to be listening to this afterwards, you can have an account with Make a Tea Online, but then your login to your store is going to be completely different, a different login. Okay, so Karen, have you been back to this end of the store recently?
Not in the past couple weeks, no.
Okay, all right. So everybody, this is what you should know to go back here and to see this, because this is how you monitor your store here. Okay, and I've gone over this before, but I'll go over this again. You have all your tools on your left-hand side here. Your dashboard where you can edit the website, the price settings, the store designs, decorated products. These are your orders. These are your customers. These are the domain settings. Roberta was going to talk about that in a little bit. This is your SEO tools, your marketing and sales tools, your store configuration, your commissions, and then these are API settings. And then I see this administration, you don't see this. I don't think you see API settings either. I'm not really sure if you see that or not. That's a question I would have to ask. Okay. So, or go into somebody else's store from a different computer to see that. So I don't have all the answers to everything, but, you know, hopefully I'm giving value today. All right. So so Karen wanted to know how to add the about page. All right. So this is what you see, and then you click here where you're viewing your website. Okay. So I just want to say that, I just want to say that Karen's store is different from Kelly's. It's different from UMAC. It's different from Memento Mori because Karen's store is where they design their own, because it's for people who have boats, and people who have boats like to put the name of their boat on a shirt, or the Yetis and beach towels and all that kind of stuff. And they also will upload a picture of their boat. And typically it's like, oh, it's just a black and white or one colored picture of the boat.
Line drawing.
A line drawing of the boat. That is like standard in that industry.
Yeah.
Okay. So where everybody else is, you all have a brand and you have your artwork that's on there, and the customer can't change the artwork. So actually Liquid Blue Apparel is more similar to Make a Tea Online, because they're designing their own. So she's got the designer up here. All right, so Karen, you want to add the about page. Okay, so here you want to edit this page. Well, actually, if you click
I
on
have to go into admin, right?
you have to go into, so you have nothing here on your about page. Okay, so you edit this page, or you just go there where we were. And
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Is it under manage website?
it's under manage website, right?
Okay.
Okay,
When I
and
hit manage website, the orders, quotes, sales, and commission comes up.
okay, so at the top of the screen, on the top of the screen there, you're going to see this is, wait, I'm going back to the wrong thing here. Wait a second. I just took myself someplace else. Okay, let's go.
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to go
have
back
to
into your
cover you
store.
up to see it.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to go back to your store here. And so you should be able to see what I see on what I'm showing everybody on the screen right now. Okay, and you want to go to either here, edit website, or view site up here. Do you see this?
Yeah, no, I'm a little slow. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm at edit this page.
Okay, all right, so you're here. So what you see, just to make sure you see this, what I'm showing right here, right? You see your logo?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, it's loading. Yes, I see that page.
Okay,
Well, my page has at the top of the top left corner, it has a little thumbprint, and then it's got an arrow down, and it's got a rectangular block. All right, now it's gone.
okay.
Oh no, edit this page.
Okay,
Okay,
so you
back to
click,
edit this page.
okay, if you click on
I
edit.
clicked on edit this page.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
So now what you see, now you're in the tool where you can change your entire store. Okay, so be careful.
Mhm.
Okay, so,
Yeah, no.
okay, so now here on the left, you see pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you click on pages, you have these different options here, the decorated products page, the designs page. And so on the designs page for everybody else, it would be your artwork that you have uploaded into the store. Your products page, the designer, and the about. So you click on the about page. And then there's an area here where you add your information on your about page. So, and this is helpful now. Now I know on UMax site, I think I added it. I think I added it on Memento Mori site, and I don't know if Kelly. I think I added it on Kelly's also, but if you want to make any changes on it, so it's not just adding it, making any changes on it, you could go ahead and do this. You don't need me to do this. You can do this yourself. So you click here, and then when you click on here, you have this information here where you can add copy in here. You can add copy in here.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
then there's different, there's different sizes. You can add a heading. You can add the size of the font. And see, that was for the heading, the about heading. And you can change the title. The title can be Liquid Blue Apparel. You see how it's popping up there?
Mhm.
And then you hit OK. And you can copy and paste. Like you just copy and paste information in there.
Which is probably what I'll do when I end up doing this later today.
Right. It's very good sometimes to just type something out first and then copy and paste. Now you can also add a photograph or a picture or artwork of any sort in the background. So for example, like here, I'm going to go background image, and you can do this as well. Here's your images. These are the different images. These can go in the background, or you have options for these stock images. I don't know if any of the stock images here are for boating, but they are for printing.
I can see you can upload an image as
Right.
well.
Right. So here, okay, so here you can search the web, and let's say you want to put yachts, and let's see what happens. And you get all of these images here. And you got 153 pages of images here. So let's just say you pick, I don't know, this one is kind of cool. This one's kind of cool. You pick this, you hit OK. And there you have it in the background of your about page. And you can,
Gotcha.
yeah, so you can enlarge it. You can play around with it. You can say, hey, Meryl, I put this in there. Can you make it look better? And the only thing is adding a picture in here. You have to be careful that you can actually see the copy over it. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
So the color has to be changed to make it.
Yes, or.
And I do have a background in graphic design. It's just been a while since I've played around with this stuff. So.
Okay. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So you can also kind of highlight the copy. There's different ways of highlighting the copy so that it would have maybe like a shadow behind it, that would brighten it up, or a box around it so that you could read the copy better. And this basically, and then you want to make sure that you hit save at the bottom, and then you publish it. Now, once you publish it, it's live. So like we did this right now, but this is not saved yet until I hit save. And
okay.
If you want me to hit save, I'll hit save. So you can have these in here so you can go in and then edit it if you want.
You can save that for now, because I can always change it.
Okay.
If I want. But I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, and then you hit OK, and then you publish it.
Now,
Got it.
one thing I did want to mention, obviously, and this is on the optimization side, right? The more images you add to your page, unless, like you say, you have a background in graphic design, optimize the images so the file's not that big, because the more images you make or you put on a page, the slower it's going to be to load, and that's going to hurt your chances to rank online. Okay, so always try to add images that make sense. It's not good to have just a page with 100 images just because as it is, the page already has like a lot of images because of all the products, right?
Mhm.
But just that would be my advice.
So Roberto, do we
Thank
want to,
you.
do we want to show everybody, remember that other class we showed them how to, because an image isn't going to get recognized by Google, but how to put the tags on the images so that Google recognizes it?
Sure.
Okay,
Go ahead and click on the image and
okay, so I'm going to click on the image now. Oops, wait, that's not the right spot. Wait. Wait. Wait, I'm still going back to that. Oh, I do this all the time. See, oh, I
Oops.
just change the image here. Okay.
oh,
Okay, all right, so let's click on the image. Okay. So
okay.
here we can add a link, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
you
here,
can add a link if you wanted to go to a page when you click it, or to anywhere on the page, right?
okay,
So wait a second. Go to advanced. I believe it's on advanced. And then visibility. No.
no, I think
custom-
I think I'm in the wrong area here. I think we
Yeah.
have to go to, we have to go to the set, to the image, but we're going to where, wait. I know I'm in the wrong. Right, sorry, guys. Oh, background image. No. All right, let's. I think this is where it is, right here.
Can you scroll all the way to the bottom on the page?
Yeah. Right.
And then go on to the design page, design tab, all the way.
No, I think it's under the background properties. But that page should be, there.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not there. It's not there. So, all right.
I'm lost.
Let me try this. Okay. All right, here it is. It's when we do it like this. Okay. All right,
Okay.
so, all right, so now it is, the information here is under the settings, no, design, background. Okay, so where is it where we add the information for that picture?
Is that all the information is this?
Yeah, yeah, it was somewhere here, right?
No, it wasn't.
All right, we'll have to look for that. We'll have to look for that. Okay.
Yeah, let me
So-
look into Megati and I'll.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So there's different ways of adding things. So,
So the concept is really simple. What we're trying to do is we need to tag the image, because obviously when Google loads your page, it won't recognize what the image is about unless you tell it. And that's only works with a tag. Okay. When you tag the image, then it helps. It helps basically just to tell Google to be more clear about what your page is about. So if you have, right, if you have content that is talking about yachting and yachts and the whole lifestyle about yachts, and you have words that are creating more context around the keyword, right? The same thing happens with the images. If you start tagging your images about yachts and the beach and I don't know, so many different things that you can tag to make the context about yachts, then as a whole, your website, your page, it has a much better context around the word that you want to rank. Okay. And that's really one of the biggest known secrets, right? It's like, it's not just putting yachting t-shirts. It's about what is your page about? What exactly everything that it goes around is it about, so that when Google analyzes your page, it's going to compare it with thousands of pages that are trying to rank for the same. Which one is more specific? Are the images tagged? Do Google understands what the images are about? Does it understand? Is it specific enough? So that's why tagging your images is important, and making your website about one single concept is very important as well. So let me log in.
Okay, yeah. So Roberta, you're going to check on Make a Tea?
Yeah,
We did that. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay.
I
so-
need that. I need to do that.
Yeah. So while Roberto's doing that, because he's going to show us exactly where, because it just wasn't doing it for me right now. Okay, so that's how you add the about page. Here's your pages. And also you can add more pages if you want. So if you have a special, or we added for Memento Mori, we actually added a blog on there, and we're working on her blog to create the blog so that it looks more like a normal blog. And have we completed any of
Yes.
that? We have. Okay, so I'm going to show Lori's now. Let me go back to the websites. Now, again, these are all things that we can do, but you have the ability to do this also. And anybody that has a store can do these. If you can get into your back end, you can do that. So here is Memento Mori. And because,
Blogs, it's at the top.
yeah, here's the blogs. And we have the picture and the blog, the picture and then 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 the blog. So this is brand new that we were working on. And when you click read more, it actually goes to its own individual page that has wording on there for SEO. And this is not something this is a kind of like, we kind of tricked the software to do this. This is not something that the software puts in front of us to be able to create a blog, but the software is so cool that we were able to manipulate it to be able to do this, which I think is just amazing. Now, this is the kind of stuff, Kelly, that I would share. I think I did share it on the Deco Network users page. And because other people did ask that about adding a blog. So if, let's say Lori wants to go in and change this, she decides she doesn't like what this says, or she just wants to change it, she can actually go in here, edit this page. I'm not going to mess it up. We worked too hard on it. I'm not going to mess it up. And she can retype anything here. So once you put your cursor over here, you can type this, you can add, she can change a picture if she wants. And I just want to show you something also, that when you go into your pictures, all the pictures that you have uploaded, they all save. So let's just say that you want to grab that picture and put it someplace else. It's all saved. Well, here it is, Roberto. When we added it as an image. When we add that as an image, here it is. The tags right there. You see? Okay, so we can actually do that right now. We can tag that picture, and we can say Lori and her mom, right?
Mhm.
Right. Okay, so now that message, those words are going to be, uh-oh. Wait, where'd I go here?
Right, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
So obviously, to make it more relevant, that image, right? It would be like Memento Mori, founder. Then you put the name, accompanied by her mother. So obviously you are giving more specific keywords as to who is in there and why it's relevant to the page.
Okay.
Right? Because if you just put Lori and her mom, then it is Lori and her mom. But you could also say Memento Mori founder, Lori, and her mother, you know? So
Can I ask a question?
when she was X amount of years, you know? So that is a very specific tag to put on the image that makes relevance to the ranking.
Got it. Okay.
I
Kelly?
also heard that you should name the image, rename the image also. Does that make a difference?
Say that again?
I've heard that you should rename the image also. So right now there's like the image, if you go back to where you were putting the tag.
I'll tell you, there's mixed things about it, because obviously at the end of the day, when Google looks at the code on your page, that's where it makes sense. But many of the softwares, they rewrite the image just because they get one image and make it 5 different versions for responsiveness, right? So because they many times they don't save that image on the same server, they just go ahead and give it a scrambled name that they can go and pull it. Okay, so that works sometimes, only if you have control of what the name is going to be on the page is going to be on your page, right? Or the image is going to be on the page. But it's a good practice. But nowadays, especially on platforms like this, it's a hit or miss. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But
So are you saying to rename it before, obviously you have to rename it
before you upload it,
Before you upload
right?
it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right. Roberta, can you talk for a second? I'm going to answer the phone.
Can I ask
Sure.
another question about the
Sure.
blog?
Go
So
ahead.
I have a blog on my, not my website through Merrill, but I have a blog on my original website. So all we've done is link it. So if
Mhm.
you go to my website with Merrill and click on blog, it takes you to my original website. Is there would there be a reason or a need for me to, for lack of a better word, reformat that and just take all of that and bring it over, and you understand what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. So let's think about that, right? The only purpose why you would want to increase or have that content on your website. First of all, how old is your blog? Probably a couple months or years or whatever.
How old is my blog?
Yeah. How long ago did you start it?
6 months ago?
Okay. So are you receiving traffic?
Probably not.
Okay. So unless the only value for content on a page is to increase the relevance, right?
Right.
So if your blog already is on your website, on your original website, by linking it, you're just saying that this is related to this content, right? This store is related to this content. The only reason why we would trick the software into doing a blog on the store is if there's no other website, right? So, but if you already do, then the best way is just to link one of to the other. And if your design, if the design of your website is similar to the store, then it's almost like a seamless integration, right? Because you just put like this store has blogs, instead of linking to an inside blog on the store, you link it to your blog, right? To the blog on your page. So that should be good enough, right? But does it bring more value, you bringing in all that content into your store? Only if you only want to rank your store, right? Because at the end of the day, let's think about what the user does, right? What's the keyword you're emphasizing?
Maybe.
Probably her name. I would say your name would be hard to work,
Okay. So
right?
if I'm looking for your name and I come across one of your blogs, right, your articles, and I click there, either I'm just reading, or if it's related, in the case of your name, is related to your art, because then you can post images of the art pieces that you have, and then a link to the store where they can buy it, right? So it doesn't really matter that it is sitting on your store, because the link goes to the store, you know? So because think about the user experience, what the reader is going to do by the blog sitting on your store doesn't mean they're going to click on your store because they're reading an article. Okay. But if you link an image, you're showing an image about what you did, and then you link it to the store where they can buy it, they're going to click and going to go to that piece. Okay. And that's how you practically increase the relevance of everything on your ecosystem, right? Your website, your blog, your store. At the end, like in Memento Mori, she doesn't have a website. Therefore, she has a store that functions as a website, blog, and everything else, you know? But most companies, or, you know, depending on how big you want to make it, or if you already have something that you're adding a store to it, right? Then you just interlink it and interlink it like, you know, exaggerate if you want. Just if you put like on your, always make sure that it's linking from the homepage back to the store, right? You always want to have a call to action, because if the user is on your store, is on your website, and they're reading about you and they like what they see, always give them a way that they can go back to the store and buy things, right? Either by, thank you for reading this article, you have a 20% or 10% off on any product that you buy today. Here's the link, go. And that's it. You know, it doesn't get easier or more complicated than that, you know, because you have to give them a reason.
But so Kelly has her blog. Do you have your blog on WordPress? WordPress site?
No, it's just on my website. I build it on my art website.
Okay, so if you're monitoring and taking care of one website, and then you have another one like a WordPress site, which you have to pay for that additionally. Isn't it better to have, like, you have it on your art website, your painting website? So then you're not going off the website. You're
Right.
still on the website. Wouldn't that seem to be better for the consumer to stay on the website?
I was just saying, instead of linking my two websites, my website through you, my store through you, and my art website, then taking that content that I've written, instead of just linking it and building it or copying and pasting that text and those images on my store website with you. I just didn't know if there was a reason to need to do that extra step.
To take your art store and to take those images and
A
put it,
blog that I've written on my art website, instead of just easily linking it like we've done, versus taking what I've written and then building it again on my store website with you.
so, okay, so Roberta, would that help traffic to her apparel store by doing that?
Not necessarily, because
That answers my question. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
not
it's just double
necessarily.
work for no reason.
Right.
Right.
yeah,
And-
yeah, and that's why my first question was, how old is your blog and your original website? Because if you would say, oh, it's 5 years old and I get 1,000 people a month, then I'd be like, don't even think about it, moving it, because then you're going to jeopardize all that traffic, all that authority by moving that content into a different platform with a different structure, right? But if you continue, because you need to think about the bigger picture. Your website is always yours, right? The store, you can add a YouTube channel, but all those different pieces, right? People are looking for you. They're not looking directly to buy a t-shirt from you. They need to arrive to your website, read about you, or if they know you personally, they want to see what you're doing. And then you need to give them the opportunity to buy your products, right? Because that should be the natural flow, unless you do a particular piece that is so interesting that, and you write a very well description that can rank on its own, then people would actually go find it online and then go to your store directly. But most of the times they're going to come through you to your art, right? So by keeping your blog, I mean, I don't know if you have plans of opening a YouTube channel and you have social media. So that would be like your store, then your YouTube, then your Instagram, but everything is part of our ecosystem, right? So that the only thing that you need to do is link it, and link it every time you can without being obnoxious, right? Because it's not about my t-shirt, my t-shirt, my t-shirt. It's about, oh, this is my art. Here's a link with a discount that you can actually buy it. And that's it. And always be in front of them, but don't have 5 different. So your website is not going to be like your store that you have 20 t-shirts on the front. It's going to be just your content, who you are, etc., and then a link to the store where they can find your products, you know. So, and that should be a very good user experience, and that should be a user flow between who you are and what you sell. Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Does anybody else have any other questions so far? No? Okay. Takia, you're awfully quiet. Karen, you have a question.
Well, I didn't see, I couldn't follow when you guys were tagging that
The picture? Okay.
photo on the About Us.
Okay. All right. So basically that was when we uploaded an image, and this was a little bit different from the background. So let me go back to your,
Yeah.
let's go back to your about page here.
And
So
actually, you're right. Sorry, Meryl, to interrupt. There's no way to add a tag to a background. I just realized that because
right.
a background is something that goes behind the text. It's not an image. you know?
Okay. All right.
So,
So let's go back here. Let's edit this page here. And I'll show you where on how to do that this way. All right. So we're going to go to your about page. We're going to go to pages. Oh, we're on your about page. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take
Yeah.
this. I'm going to take this out here, this background image out here. I'm going to delete that background image. Okay. So now we just have the copy there. But I'm going to put a picture underneath it. Okay. So we go into widgets. And here are different things here, text, buttons, you know, what a button is when you click, blank product listing. Here's an image. So we're going to put that image right there underneath. See, it says insert. You drag that over. And then I'm going to go to search the web, yachts. And we're going to pick this picture. So now we're inserting it as an image. When you insert it as an image, here's where you can put okay, just put it inside. Okay, yachting. Wait, I gotta spell it right. Y-A-C-H, yachting apparel,
TING. Yeah.
yachting apparel. Custom yachting apparel. We have a custom yachting apparel. Okay. So now that image, which appears right there, has that tag on it. Did I do that right, Roberto?
yeah, you did it right, but it's not relevant to the image.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay.
relevant to what you want to rank for.
Right,
So,
right. Okay, so should it be more to the image or what we want to rank for?
well, it depends, you know, because funny enough, some of these images would actually rank on Google because of what you tag. You know, usually when you look for images, you see all these different images. So the closest that is gonna that it was well descriptive, then is actually has a chance to rank, right?
So people actually wearing the yacht wear in an image there would be better than a
Right.
yacht.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, or you can make it part of your brand, you know, liquid blue apparel, you know, it's a yachting experience, you know, or we are in South Florida. So you're basically saying that the yacht was in South Florida, you know, so. Which it
In the
doesn't look like, but-
description,
Right, on the
And
tag,
the
on the alt
tag, the
tag.
tag, yeah.
on the tag.
Right, because
Okay.
remember what we're saying is that Google, who is like the god of all internet. Google doesn't recognize pictures the same way they recognize words. And you're
Yeah.
going to rank better with words than with pictures.
They're soon to actually understand images because they do now. But you have to understand that, you know, they do it for very particular cases, but in order for them to scan everything on the web and then read every image, I'm sure it is a lot more they can chew right now. You know, they might be the internet gods, but it's still the way they do it, and this is very actually something that was tested. Different niches rank differently because of the resources that Google puts behind them. Okay, so they put a lot more resources on lawyer websites because they don't want fraudulent websites and people just ranking to get the leads, right? Than they would do for like coffee vending machines, you know, because one is your life, your service, right? Or your life, your money, services, right? So everything that is regarding to law, medicine, and very particular services, they would put more resources to analyze those pages than anything else. Okay, that's why, you know, even though they might have all this technology, it's still a lot of resources to understand the web. So that's why we might actually have a better edge on getting away with things. But as soon as they start reading images and you put custom apparel this, they would actually penalize you by tagging this incorrectly just for ranking, you know. And that's how most of the things that happened before they actually were implemented, because before you could just open a website and put custom apparel 100,000 times on the page and immediately you will rank number one. But that was what, 15 years ago. Now you do that and you go all the way to the bottom of it, right? So eventually when they read pages or read images and you put every single image custom apparel, custom apparel, custom apparel, right now might give you an edge, but in a year or so, it's gonna penalize you. So it's better to tag it accordingly to what's relevant to your brand. And if the actually image is actually related, you know, that's actually a better use of that.
Mhm, mhm. And you know what, the thing is, if you can't do it, if you can't do these things, someone can help you with it. So, you know, everything that we're talking about today, I mean, we're not saying that you need to be the ones who are doing all of these things. We want you to, but, and remember, knowledge is power. So the more you know, the more you'll be able to understand what other people are doing. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I tell Roberto, I did, when we first started this, I didn't even know what pages were. He would tell me we have to have content on pages, and I didn't even know what pages were. Remember, Roberto? So I knew how to make things. He knew all that
all the
stuff.
way,
Now I know.
all the way in 2000, what, 2010 probably.
Yeah, well, a long time ago.
So just piggybacking of that, right? Somebody else can do it. So this is one of the reasons why we have these talks, because I mean, there's not hundreds of people in this room, right? In this virtual room. So I would love for you guys next time, just send us the link. We can see it during the 2 hours that we're together and say, hey, Roberto, listen, I worked on it all this month. I want you to critique it and help me rank it. And that's a better use of our time, because then I'm answering all your questions. I'm showing how to do it, but you already put the work to try to do it. So it's easier for me to fix it and tell you why you need to do it than just give me a blank page and say, okay, this is what you do, and this is what you do, and this is what you do. Because the most important thing for me is to understand what is it that you want. And that's where most advertising agencies, they spend the beginning of the part. And Kelly can actually agree, because on the onboarding process for any advertising agency, all we do is just ask questions, right? So it's, what is your business about? What are your services? Blah, 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 for us to understand what is it that you need. But if you start that process and you tell me, okay, Roberto, this is what I did because I sell this, then for me, it's easier just to analyze it and say, okay, maybe you should put this here and this here. And then in the next month, after the optimization, then you're going to see results, you know. And then next month, you can always send us the same page and we'll critique it again. Instead of taking an hour, we take 15 minutes or 5 minutes and see the results. and we continue. So these are why we do the chats, because we're teaching you as you do it. You know, we're not charging for it. It's the time, but a time is better utilized by just doing very practical things, you know.
Right. Yeah, we want you guys to understand the capabilities. And I'm thankful I'm thankful for all of you that are here, because that means a lot. It means you care. And that's really important. That's really important. So, okay, so let's get back to the designing of the site again. And I want to go over, I had written down some notes here. So before we do end the meeting today, I want to Takia, you weren't here last month and I kind of used you a lot. I was giving a lot of information on, we were talking about marketing, of course. And one of the things that I brought up was how to find your market in your area. And I Googled a bunch of things in your area as far as the artist community in Portland.
Mhm.
And your artist community is huge,
Yeah.
really, really huge. Kelly's like,
Well,
I wish I
well,
was there.
one of the things that he has done, and because I'm trying to make it his own, I'm just a support. I know he went ahead and he got some cards made
Okay,
to pass out
Good.
to make that connection. I think that was one of the latest things that he has done, and just waiting to see again other platforms that he could add his stuff to. I know he did the Instagram thing,
Mhm.
and the cards are the latest that he hands out to people. So
Okay, awesome. Well, what I had on my, let me go back here to where I was, I really did quite a here. I kind of like took myself through the city of Portland. And, and there were these different communities. Can you see this on the screen? This Falcon
Yeah.
Art Community
yeah,
and the portlanduncovered.com. And they are welcoming artists. They want artists. And I strongly would want you to check that out if you haven't already. And it might be a really good opportunity. And they have a street art scene. This here's a blog, this Explorer Sue, and she actually blogs about the art scene in Portland. And that might be somebody for you to connect with, and she might write something. I don't know who she is, but she has a great blog, her travel blog, but it's a lot about art. And that might be somebody that you could reach out to. So, yeah, so check into those things. So I didn't want to end this this session without bringing that back up again.
Thank you.
So, okay, all right. Okay, so now let's go back to the stores. And I know we were on Karen's store, but Karen logged off for a little bit. So let's go to, well, let's go to UMAC. Let me go over here. Because this basically will tell us, mostly everything. We can talk about this. Okay. And with this chat, I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay. All right. So when we build the store, we add this logo up here at the top. So what's important is having a logo that can be either vertical or horizontal. And let me go out to pages here at the home page, so that we can add that to the store. Okay, so here we have where we add this is in the design. your logo and title. And I don't know why that's not showing there. It should be showing there. Here's the name. Oh, you know what? Because this is just the word. Okay, this is just the word here. And we do not have the image of the logo. I'm going to go now to Kelly's store. So you see see how that's in there like that? Now I'm going to go to Kelly's store. And here is Kelly's store. So her main design is this heart, but instead of putting the heart here, this is her signature. And when we edit the page, I'm going to show you where that is here. If she decides that she wants to, let's say Kelly decides she wants to change it for some reason. Let's say she wants to make it for the upcoming holidays. She wants to have a Christmas theme to her store, and she wants to take her logo here and she wants to change it to, red and green and maybe, like whatever she wants to do, make the K into a Christmas tree or something like that. And this is where she would upload it right here. And if we have this artwork here, it's going to override the name there. So if we take that out, it's just going to say Kelly Merker Art there. And this is where she would change it. She would just upload this on the mobile. This is the image on the mobile. And this is the image that should come up as the little icon on her address bar. Okay, so I don't see it here, but because I'm in a little bit of a different area. Oh, here it is right here. So you see, can you see up here? When you see that, that's the little icon that shows up there. Here is Memento Mori, the little icon that shows up there. So that people know, if you're like me and you have 8,000 tabs open, you can kind of identify what page you're at. I don't know if does that help anybody with SEO, Roberto? Is that helpful at all? Is that the reason for that? Do you know? That those icons are up there?
You mean the icons on the tabs?
Yeah, is there a
It's more
reason?
of a user experience, right? Because it's just to identify your websites quickly. And whenever something becomes a standard and it's a good user experience, it does help your SEO.
Okay, all right, good. That's good to know. Okay, all right, so we're in Kelly's store, and let's just say that we're going to make some changes on the homepage. Okay, is that Karen? I mute Karen. Okay, I muted Karen. That was her noise there. Okay, on Kelly's store here, we have our phone number here, and on Memento Mori's, it has Lori's number on there. I prefer it to have our phone number because if a customer has a problem, I want them to call us, not bother you guys. And that where to make that change is in the back end under the account. So I will show you that as well. So let's go here. Let's just make pretend. I'm not going to make any changes on this website, but let's just make pretend that we want to make these changes here. So in the style editor, these are the different colors that we have. So Kelly is pinks, and we pick these colors here. This is a font. Carla is a font. Montserrat is a font. Her colors are white and pink. Her drop-down menu, we can change the background here. We can change borders here. We can change text here on the drop-down menu. So that would be like you get a choice of all these colors. You can have a custom color, which is a RGB color. You can have what's called a hex color. and you can see the hex colors. You can pick those hex colors from, you can Google hex colors and you can see what color you like, and you just put that number in. And sometimes that's actually good because you can get this number for consistency for your Instagram page and for your Facebook pages and for all of your social media, to keep the consistency so that it's recognizable right away. I feel that that is so important, to keep that consistency, and color is the first thing that people see. So, you can relate to it. Target is red, Amazon is that kind of goldish yellow color. You can see that on the side of a bus or a truck going down the street, and that that's an Amazon delivery. You don't even have to read the words. You just see that color and you're like, oh yeah, that's Amazon. I mean, it's amazing how color can trigger so much memory, and it's just amazing. So, okay, here she has her links are going to be this color. And these are her headings, the H1, H2. Roberta, you want to go over what H1, H2, H3, what that means?
Yes, so basically, let's go back to the college year or high school class, like your English class, whenever you had to write an essay, your titles, subtitles, and you had to have a minimum amount of sentences, etc. So H1 obviously is the main header. These are headers, tags. Okay, just like you tag your images, you're telling Google what's important on your text by tagging them accordingly based on how important the text is. So obviously it goes from top to bottom, right? Your title, like in an essay, your title would be on the top, right? It wouldn't make sense for you to put it all the way at the bottom, right? So then your first topic or your subheader and so forth. So your first topic might have another subtopic within, right? So that would be an H1, your title, topic is H2, topic within your topic is an H3 and so forth, all the way through, I think, H10 or something. So, but obviously Google needs to know the structure of your page by giving emphasis to certain words and certain phrases or sentences that you want them to take notice, right? Most people, they just use H1 because it looks good, but then they use H1 all over the page. And what they're doing is confusing Google, because it's like, so which one is most important? The one on top, the one in the middle, the one on the bottom? Don't use them just for decorator. Use it because you're giving a structure to your content, right?
Okay, all right, thank you, Roberto. Lori was leaving, so she's saying goodbye to me.
Oh,
Okay.
bye, Lori.
Okay, now, okay, these are your buttons. So this is the style editor. So this is going to be your buttons, standard buttons, minor action, important action, hero action. This is similar to what Roberta was saying, what is the most important, what Google's going to rank as the most important, minor action, add to cart. These are the different buttons that you would add. So let's say you're going to do add to cart. You could add to cart, and this tells you how you want your add to cart button looking. Do you want it to have curved edges? Do you want it to be a certain color? Do you want to change the color of it to pink? Okay, that would be the add to cart button, would be pink now. I can save this, or I can leave it the way it is. That probably would look better in pink. And the different shadows, the sizes, how it's going to look, and it shows you right there what it's going to look like. These are great options to have on the website.
I
So
like the pink. Let's leave it.
Okay, all right. So you can control all of that, which is just like so cool. Sometimes when you hover over it, things come up. You can have a shadow on it, like a drop shadow, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of neat. So it kind of stands out, right? Or you can change the see the rounded corners, make it rounded corners, which sometimes look nice. Like you go a little rounded corner, you can make it into like that, like a pill shape. And all of these amazing things. Here's the text. We can change the size of the text, like buy this now.
Oh, and by the way, just one mention, obviously your add to cart button should, pop up from your page. So if you're using pink everywhere, it might just get lost a little bit. So you might want to use a complementary
Oh.
color or something that would function as an accent color, right?
Okay, okay. What was your other color here? Was it that blue? No, but let's make it
That's pretty.
this one right here. Okay, all right, okay, good. All right. Now you can also, if you want, you can lighten it. You can give it like a little bit of a transparency. So all of these are really super cool options that, and especially Kelly, and, being an artist, you have these options to do this. Okay, all right. So now we are, and these are all more. Now you don't, if you don't have to save it, you can still play with this and then you can change it. One kind of a cool thing is when you go into the color, it actually shows you the colors that are in use. So let's say you forgot what teal you picked or what pink you picked. All of these colors are going to come back up here, which is another neat thing that the software developers thought about, that, like, how do they think about these things? How do they know about all this stuff? Those guys and girls, they are just like super, super smart. I give them so much credit. They are unbelievable. Okay, so now again, we're going to save this. And then we will publish it. So anything you do, you can hit this back button, you can go back. Once you publish it, even if you publish it, you can still change it. That's the cool thing. You can still change it, but it's not going to appear unless you publish it. Okay, so let's go back to our pages here. Okay, so again, these are the different pages that are at the top of Kelly's website. Now you see other things here. And the reason that, let's say the product, if I click on designs, I'm going to click on designs here. And you see at the bottom here where it says show in menu, that means that the design tab is going to show on the menu bar. If for some reason we don't want that to show, we unclick that. And then once I save it and publish it, that design tab is not on there. So we added blog, we added Kelly's blog on there. And that was a page that was not traditional with the system. We added the page. And this is her picture. And then we click it to go to her blog, and that's the link that goes to her other blog. So we added this button here by bringing in this button widget, dragging it over there. And then once it's over there, we clicked on here, the button settings. And this is where we added the link to her blog. So click to read Kelly's blog. You can change this to any word you want. You can change it every month. If she has, I have read my new blog about blah, 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 or come see me at the art festival. And then she would edit the link, and then it could go to another page. It doesn't have to go to her blog. It can go to any other page. It can go to a page that's on the website as well. It can go to her design pages. It can go to her about page. It can go anywhere you want it to go. It can go to make a tea online. It can go anywhere you want it to go. And that you would click edit link. Here, existing pages, these are the different pages that come up within your site. So you don't have to type in www.kellymerkerart /designs/create / it gives you this here. I'm not going to undo it because I want to show you, I don't want to mess it up. But when you hit existing pages, the list of all the other pages available on your website will show up. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about that?
I have a question.
Okay,
There's a lot of messages on there. Kelly's got to answer those. There's like little red marks. Like that would make, I'm a Virgo. That would make me cuckoo.
what do you mean? What do you mean?
When you go on her page, it looks like there's messages and there's like,
But that, I don't think those are mine. I think those are Meryl's.
oh, Meryl, you got to answer your.
I'm a Virgo too. That would drive me crazy.
Oh, what messages? Where?
Up at the top, Meryl, where it says in the blue bar where it says type to search, next to your logo, you have 9 messages. I don't think.
Oh, you know what? Right now, the Zoom thing is covering all that up. I don't even see that. So,
That's funny.
you know
Thank you for
what?
noticing also.
A lot of people want to talk to me, so that's okay. That's okay. I have a lot of friends. I got a lot of friends.
Overwhelming for me. Nobody wants to talk to me.
I want to talk to you. I think sometimes I annoy you. Okay, all right. So this is, we have like about 20 minutes left, guys. Okay, so we're in our pages here. So let's say you wanted to add a page. You just click on add a page, and then you type in the name of that page, whatever you want it to be. And then you get a blank page until you add your stuff. So let's just say, let's go back to UMAC, and I'm going to go to the store, and we have the wording up here. Now, remember, we can change it and put the logo there. But I think the logo is really just Amari's signature. And I think that on this one, now that I'm thinking about, this is probably, well, I don't know. I mean, we can play with it. We can play with it. Okay, so here, take a peek, and we have the different shirts here. So I'm going to show you something here. Edit this page. And we are going to go to this tab right here. So this tab right here is the decorated product listings. Okay, clicking on decorated product listings. And here's where we wrote take a peek, the categories, display all the products, the design. And right now it gives you these different options here. Right now, we don't have the product name showing. The product name would be, I'm going to show you what that would mean. The product name would be the name that was given to that decorated product. I don't know why it wasn't showing, and so I'm going to make it show because I think that that's important. I think at one time it was there, and I don't know why it's not there now. Okay, wait, I gotta move this over a little bit here. Okay, so the product brand logo. Now, we don't have the product brand logo because I don't think it's important to have that because of what we're going through now. See, it says Gildan. Yes, I am on the Gildan Board of Decorators, and I cherish that position. But well, I'm concerned right now with inventory, and let's just say that they get an order and we don't have a Gildan in that size. We are going to replace that with a shirt that we can get in that size. And let's just say it's a Portland Company shirt. And if we have that on there, people might be particular about it. So I'm going to take that off. Show the brand, don't show the brand. And product colors. This is a good idea too, the product colors. Okay, so we're going to show that this is available in all these colors. And I kind of think that that is an important thing to do, to have that on there. And I'm going to hit OK. And see, now it's going to show, now this person goes to this website and they see, oh, you know, I really like that. I like that, but I don't want to wear a white shirt. I want a purple shirt because purple is my, you know, my favorite color, or I look good in purple. And they see that they can actually buy that shirt in purple. So is that okay if I save that on your site?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to save that. Okay, and we're going to publish it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in there because I'm looking at it and it's like, you know what? I kind of think that the colors, where's the colors here? I think they look too boxy. So there's this little tool over here. I'm going to click on there and I'm going to make, wait, let me see if I can do this and you can see it at the same time. Okay, here's the colors. Here's all the colors. Oh, here's the product. I'll click on this little paintbrush here. And I'm going to, oh, where is it? Okay, the rounded edges. Where's the border? Okay, you see how we're making it into
Yeah.
circles now?
Yeah.
Or you can make it, you know, a little bit squarer.
Little bit square circles.
Yeah, it kind of looks cool. It looks
Yeah.
pretty cool like that. Okay. So there we go. Now we've just kind of customized that. And it looks really neat. So I'm gonna hit OK. So now when somebody goes and they see the shirt, they're gonna be like, they're gonna relate to the word. So the word hopeful is a great word. Like, it's kind of like when you go and you buy nail polish and you pick the nail polish because of the name, because it
Mhm.
kind of puts you in that mood, like sexy mama, you're going to buy that. You're not going to buy something that, it's called like trash, but which could be a gothic thing, maybe somebody would like that as well. But people buy things because of how it makes them feel. And this whole website is art that feels good. And so these names, flexible, I wish I was more flexible. So tried to do some squats this morning, wishing I was more
And
flexible.
he just uploaded his photos, his camera photos too for shirts. I don't know if it's coming up there now. So it's not basically just the art that he drew, but also art from the pictures that
Okay.
he's been taking.
Okay, all right, so let me save that. Let's go into the design. Okay, let me save this. Let me save that. And then we're going to go into the designs there. Let me publish it. Okay, so we're going to go back here to the designs, store designs. And, oh, I see. Okay, so these are photographs. Okay, nice. Okay, so these were uploaded. Now, all of these can actually go onto shirts.
Yeah.
So the way to do that is on the front end of the site. I'm going to go in this way. And then I'm going to go. Okay, go in this way. And when you go to designs, this is where you see the design. So you would click on this. And then it appears on all of the different items.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's when you have something under designs, that's where the designs are. So we could actually change this word to say all designs or new designs. And then people would know, or you tell people that, this is what you do. So let's just, so in the front end of the store, we have the decorated products on a t-shirt. But if somebody would click on this, on the image, and then they can get it on a mask or on a mug or on a hat, and all the products that are available in the web store are going to show here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can customize this here. These are all these different options that are available on the store. So let's say I want to buy this mask, but I want to put the word happy on it. Your customer can actually do that, adding text. Happy. And you can go in here and you can do a, you can position it a little bit differently. Let me see here, the formatting. You can change the font here to any font you want. You change the color here. You can actually pick a color. Say I want that color exactly.
Mhm.
And there is that exact color. And under effects here, you can add a shadow to it if you want. You can add a gradient, which I'm not going to do, but you can, here's the shapes here. Oh, my goodness. You can do an arch.
That looks good.
Mm-hmm. And you can actually do this as well in the designer. Like you can create this as a product and then put this in the designer as a decorated product. And then you buy it, the customer buys it. So if you don't think your customers are going to have that knowledge how to do that, you can take this. I'm going to show you something else to do. Let me close out of here. I'm probably going to get a thing that's going to tell me to, that I left something in my cart. Oops, where are we here? Okay, so the way you would do that as a decorated product. Let's go back to edit this page. And go to the back end here. And we're going to call up decorated products. So the decorated products are one category where you're actually decorating a product. On Karen's store, the decorated products allow for the customer to go in and customize. On Kelly's store or on Memento Mori or on UMAC, the design is on there. And I don't know if we have it that they can customize it or not. I think we do on some of them, but let's add it. Let's just take, for example, I'm not going to change this product, but I'm going to show you how you change it. Let's say we have this product, the Alive.
Mhm.
Go back here, edit decoration, or you can start a brand new product. And you can go in here and you can add text here. And the text can be your favorite word. Your how do you feel, or your feeling,
Mhm.
or like let's say we put love. Okay, we're gonna put the word love here. And then let's say we're gonna put it here, somewhere here in the corner here. And you click this allow personalization, have the caption here. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling? Loved or whatever, whatever it is you want to promote. And then you save that, and then the customer gets to change that word if they want.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to cancel out of here, but I'm going to show you what that looks like on Karen's store. Go back to the websites. Okay, so here on Karen's store. Her product, she has assorted products here in different categories. So let's figure the dry fit apparel. And we're going to click on this. It's a dry fit hoodie. One thing I did not go over today were the different printing methods, and that's another topic we could talk about. So here it says your boat name, and we're going to customize design. And here your boat name. So let's say the name of the boat is
Magic Moments.
Magic Moments. Okay, magic moments. Oops. And here it changes to magic moments. Now I see what it looks like, and it looks like it's kind of, I gotta put on 2 lines. So you can see right in front of you as you're doing it, what it's gonna look like. And then the color is here, so they can change the color. If magic moments, you know, is green, change it to green. And then they're gonna upload the picture of their boat under here. They can do all of that in here. Now you can create that as a decorated product. So with Amari's stuff, since it is his artwork is how you feel, I think. 'Cause to me it is,
Yeah,
you can add those words, you know, and people can customize it to however they're feeling.
yeah,
And which is, you know, which is what we were saying earlier, that, you know, people buy from emotion. So all of that is, you know, all of that is great function that is offered to us through, you know, through the stores, through your stores. Okay, we have a couple minutes. Does anybody have any other questions?
How do I do a bulk order?
How do you do a
go?
bulk order? Okay, so when you guys do an order, you're gonna go in as a customer. And going in as a customer, you're actually gonna be paying your retail price for the shirts. At the end of the month, you get back the commissions. Is that good? Is it not good? It's just the way it is right now. I mean, unfortunately, you're not able to buy the wholesale. The way to do a bulk order is you choose the screen printing method. So we screen print when it is a solid color and it is over 24 pieces. So we're going to go in here and you're going to customize this design. When you go in and customize the design, you can then add products. So I'm going to take out your boat name. I'm going to delete that. We're going to add text. Here's where you can do a bulk order. You've had transfer text, sublimation, text, and bulk order. So you have to take out what you have in there. And I'm going to call this bulk order. Okay, you're adding bulk order here. And here you would buy, you click on the product. Let's say you want to buy 24 of these. Okay. Then the retail price goes down to $12.33 a shirt. Okay, because it's a bulk order on this hoodie. So what you have set
And
up
they can be
now,
all different sizes.
yeah, they can be all different sizes,
The
right?
24.
Right.
Okay.
You click on the product, you can have say 10 medium, then you add another size here, and you want, you know, 15 large. Now it's gone down to $11.64 a shirt because we're screen printing it. Now, when you have artwork like Kelly's artwork or artwork like Amari's artwork, that has to be printed in full color. So that has to be printed digitally. And that can't be screen printed unless we're going to order, well, it can be screen printed, but it's going to be super expensive to screen print 24 pieces or 36 pieces. We can screen print process color, but it's typically something that we do over 144 pieces. So I guess the next class, I'm going to talk about the different print methods so that you all get a good handle on how we print and what we're printing and why we're printing it and how we're printing it on certain materials. So for example, this material right now on this is it's called a positive charge competitor hoodie pullover. It's a polyester dry fit material. And when we print on it with what's called sublimation, which has no white underbase on the ink. And that's where you see the shirts, where you see the images or the artwork, it's kind of melted into the shirt. You wonder how that happens. a good example, when you go to, next time you go to the store, next time you go to Walmart and you go into the clothing section and you look at something that has a full color print, if you can see on the underside of it that it's white, you know that that's sublimated, because you're putting color on a white material, and the color of the garment is the color that's put onto the material. And that is how a lot of the polyesters are printed. That's a lot of textile design is done that way. And it's called sublimation. Is actually, it heats the ink into the fabric. You can't feel it. You can't ruin it. You can't destroy it. It is the color.
And that can't be done on cotton.
That
Right.
at this time in history, that cannot be done on cotton unless the cotton is treated. And you have to treat it a certain way. So it's not something that's done commonly, because you don't want to have to treat the cotton and then do that. If you don't have the equipment, then yeah, I guess you could do that if you're doing in small runs. I'm not going to do that professionally right now, treat something like a cotton when I could be printing properly on a cotton with the methods that we do digital printing. I'd love to but I mean, Karen, Kelly, Lori are all local, but maybe also next week I'll take the camera. We'll go into the back of the shop and I can show the different printing methods. Right now we're doing something and it's called direct to film. So we pre-printed on film and then we're applying it to shirts. And there was a reason why we did that as opposed to printing it traditionally. And that's because we're adding something to the back of shirts. So there's different reasons and different methods for how we print in what specific way. And what you're going to see here on this shirt, you're going to see sublimation, where you're not going to see that sublimation tab, like, to add a design. You're not going to see that we can add a transfer. There are certain things that you can add onto these, and it has to do with different materials. So with the text, we were, why did that bring that in there? Okay, so and embroidery, see these different things here because of the different types of.
Oh, that's where that is.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So now this goes to show you down here, there's one color used, because we did this for screen printing. So it's showing you that it's one color. So when you do screen printing, so it's not only going to be this price here of this $11.64, but there's also going to be a screen charge that's on there too. And that is with digital printing, we don't have a setup. There's no screen, because it's just printed straight from computer to the press and to our direct to garment machines. And there's no setup. Basically, it's opening it up in the software, in the other software, not Deco Network software, but the other software, the RIP software, and printing to the different machines. So
Dutchies is not a sublimation print. It's a
Dutchies is a screen print.
It's a screen
because-
print.
Right. And because the Dutchies is a solid color, it's a solid where you're spotting the color. So like, let's say I have like this, which is Kelly's hat. I mean, there's multiple colors there. This is a full color process there. So this would be a nightmare to screen print because there's so many colors. Now she would have to do, gazillions of them to be able to get it properly. But this is beautiful. There's no reason to print it any other way other than the way that's going to be best for the artwork. So different artwork has different abilities.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Can I pull up a past order? So, because I'm going in my client's website and ordering for her, Dutchies. Can I
Okay.
go into a past order and change the quantities on that order and then order from that last order?
Okay. I don't think
say
that
that right?
you as an affiliate owner can do that. So I mean, you could.
But if
could
I'm in
send-
her website, could I do that?
if you're in her, yeah, if you go in under her. So, okay, so what Karen is asking is, these are the orders. She wants to go and she wants to put an order in for somebody. So she would have to log in using Natasha's login information, and logging in, your customers can go in and place an order, obviously. They can go in and they can call up an old order and do another order. Anybody can log into where they've ordered before and go in and create a new order, grab a previous product and place that order. Now, for me, as the back end, what I can do is I can do that as well, but you guys can't go into our back end. But I can do that, obviously, and I can go to orders and I can type in add new order. And I can type in her name, Natasha. And no, there's more than one Natasha. Okay, here's Natasha's order. And I would go into this previously ordered product. And I would see all of her products that she previously ordered. And I would click one of these, and that's how I would place that order. I would do that for you. This you can't do, but you can go in as her, in her account, and you can grab, you would see something similar to this, where you see the previous orders, you can grab it, and then you can change the sizes, because you're going to be creating a new order. Okay,
So after I view order, I can
you can,
say
yeah, you
new
can,
order.
yeah, or create a new order.
Create
And when
an
you
order,
create a
okay.
new order, you can add a previously ordered product.
Okay.
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 Now, if I've given you any special pricing or any special discounts or any special coupon codes, that you're gonna have to, I guess, give me a call or put in a coupon code, or go ahead and place the order. And then after you place the order, I can go in and adjust it. Like you can say, hey, Meryl, okay. So
Okay.
anyway, yeah. All right. So does that answer that question? Those are all good questions,
Yes.
Karen. Thank you. Thank you so much for those questions.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else before we close off for the day?
I don't have a question, but I have an announcement. If you check on the chat, I just published the Facebook group for Apparel Masterminds. So
Oh,
if
you
I
just
was
created? Yay.
if I was a little bit quiet, that's why I was working on it. So
Okay.
good.
Nice. All
So now
right.
it's up to us to invite all of you guys, and especially Meryl, since probably she has a direct Facebook connection with you guys. So just go ahead and join and participate. And like I said, if you can post your pages, send comments, send text, say, hey, I just optimized this page. I just made this change. Can you double check? And it would take us, minutes out of our days just into response, and it would get the group, it would elevate everybody with the knowledge that we are sharing. And obviously the video from these talks and these classes are also going to be posted there, so everybody can go and visit them. But it's mainly for you guys to participate and join on the conversation. And if you guys want us to critique something or help you with something, just post it there, send direct messages to us, and we'd be more than happy to do it.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Roberto, for setting
Maybe
that up.
have everybody post their social media on there too, so then we can support and follow each other.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's a great idea. Okay. So Roberto, did you create this that it's coming through like I can log in through Merrill, or how are we logging into this?
And as soon as you accept the membership, then I'll make you admin on it.
Okay,
Remember, I don't need your account in order to add you.
okay. Oh, reload page. Uh-oh. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. All right. All right. This is awesome. Thank you, Roberto.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, everybody. So I'm going to post this Masterminds on YouTube, and I'm going to tell everybody where to go find it. And anybody, any last questions before we say ta-ta for now?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Meryl,
you.
I'll try to call and set up an appointment
Okay,
sometime this
okay,
week.
great.
Thanks.
Okay, great, great. Okay. All right, awesome. All right.
Thank
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your
Bye,
questions.
guys.
Thank you, everybody,
you.
for being here, and have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Did you get my text?
Wait, let me see. Wait a second. Let me stop the recording. Wait. All right, let me leave the meeting. I'll call you, okay?
Okay.